right, hammer time here at the Farmers Market. The Bill Yohnka Show, AM 1320. I'm checking the sign to make sure I say the right numbers. Bill had to go off and do some important business, so he left us at the reins here, Paul.
Claimed it was important.
He claimed it was, but took his phone. Might be a bookie involved. He took his phone with him. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he is on the phone. There's the. How do you like these train sound effects?
You do a great job with those. Very authentic.
You like these better than the other ones?
These are. I think so.
Is it too much with the shopping cart effects at the same time?
No, it adds ambiance.
There's a lot of people want to know how I can do both of them at the same time.
Some layers to the sound. We like that. And Allison is with us also. And Allison has been had been over setting up, getting the music ready. The sound system for the music. We're going to be treated to the Johnson family band.
The Johnson family. It's I know it's Nate and Garth Johnson and their dad, and they're going to be doing kind of a bluegrass country kind of thing, and be from 9:30 to 11:30.
You're the music expert today, because also tonight at the Depot, you've arranged for the music that's going to be there with the Pilgrims.
That's right, Pilgrims, right.
And what kind of stuff do they play?
You know, everyone's been asking me that. They're a kind of a young 20-something band, local band. And they're just kind of like an indie rock kind of thing.
Yeah. I thought you told us they were hipsters or something.
They are kind of hipsters. Okay. I don't know. They're hipsters to me because I'm not in my 20s anymore.
Indie Pilgrims. So you got kind of the Indians, the Pilgrims, Indie Pilgrims. I like that concept.
I just like to throw words out that I hear on TV. I don't know.
It probably gets more people there. They say, "What? I think she said something about."
I heard that on TV too. I'm going to go.
Yeah, I think they play something about Indians.
I don't know. I'm thinking tonight at the Depot might be kind of, kind of a girl-oriented. We're showing the movie Twilight, which is a real kind of a chick flick.
Yeah.
And,
vampire chick flick, which is an interesting mix.
But you know what?
Most vampire movies are chick flicks, aren't they?
I think you guys would like the Twilight series if you read the books.
Really?
I think you'd like.
I have the DVD at home.
Do you? Do you really, Paul?
My wife brought it home.
Really?
She said,
have
you want
watched
to see
it?
this sometime? I said no.
You said no. I'm going to go see. I want to go see it at the Depot, so I don't want to watch it now.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I want to see it where I can snuggle in public.
And Bill's back, and now he's a little nervous because he doesn't know what we've been talking about on the air, and that always makes him a little nervous.
His lawyer will straighten all this out later.
Right. Whenever Uncle Paul and I are alone on the air.
Yeah.
And
don't tell him.
With Carl, usually the topic goes to old movies.
Yeah,
this
time was a
Paul
new movie.
and I have a love of old, black and white movies, but this time we did not.
You know who was on last night?
What was that?
Ma and Pa Kettle. They played like 4 Ma and Pa Kettles in a row.
I couldn't tear myself away from the Tour de France.
That's Pa Kettle.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Pa Kettle was a role model for me.
Is that right?
And I always tried to find a woman like Marjorie Main.
And?
I'm pretty close on this one, I think. I tried. She's a real woman, Carl. She's not like one of these.
She's a real woman.
One of these scrawny little things they put in the movies nowadays. I mean, she was a real woman.
Okay, well, next time I see the Ma and Pa Kettle, I'll have to tune him in.
And Pa, I have the series on VHS, but Pa would say things like when he had to fix the porch, he said, "I'll have to borrow some nails to do that." The whole concept of borrowing nails.
Yeah,
like
you're
going to give them back at some point.
At some point you might, everything falls down around it and get those nails out of it.
Right.
Well, what other old movies are?
I woke up. I couldn't sleep the other night, and you know how when you wake up in the middle of the night, it's kind of the oddest things are on.
Yeah.
It's infomercials and old movies, and I watched a movie called The Best Years of Our Lives.
Oh yeah.
1946, Frederick March.
Just after the war.
Coming home from war.
Yeah, it's about these veterans coming home from World War II.
And the guy who had lost his hands was a real veteran.
And my husband, when I wake up in the middle of the night to turn the TV on in our bedroom, he too wakes up. I don't know why.
Oh.
Does he appreciate that?
No, not at all. I can't understand why. But he called it a dramedy. He said it was kind of a dramedy.
I don't remember any comedy in it.
No, it's pretty serious stuff because it's a readjustment after World War II.
I know, it's a very serious topic, but there were kind of some little...
I think that guy got an Academy Award.
It won several, I think.
He's from Indiana someplace.
I didn't know about that.
Frederick March?
No, the guy, I can't remember his name.
Oh, okay, yeah. He played, his character's name's Bud. I don't remember his
And they all had different adjustment problems.
Right, exactly.
And that was probably the tip of the iceberg of World War II adjustment problems.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that wasn't something that really was talked about. I mean, that movie about it.
No.
But beyond that, that was.
It wasn't.
Folks were then were stoic, exactly. You didn't share your problems with the world.
Oh, yeah.
Which probably wasn't the healthiest way to go.
No,
I think we have a better handle on that these days.
But it was actually a very kind of realistic portrayal of what that would be like. So, and there were some comedic parts in it.
We'll have to revisit that and check out the comedy.
Well, Dana Andrews is a soda jerk. He's coming back from.
Right.
He was a nice guy.
He wasn't
a sergeant or
He wasn't a jerk.
No, it's what it's called.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Now it's called soda jockey.
I'm not sure that's what it's called now.
There's
It's
very
called
few of those
barista or what do they call it?
Yeah, exactly. It's not soda anymore.
Imagine coming back from work to being a barista today.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm sure there are.
But they were men back then. They were.
They did some drinking too, as I recall. In
They did.
That little corner bar they liked.
Yeah.
I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
Well, no, I back in my reporter days interviewed. It was at the anniversary of D-Day. Interviewed a veteran who was there, and this was 50 years later. And he was getting teary, telling me that it was something that he dealt with his whole life. All that he'd gone through, and couldn't go to fireworks shows and all that kind of stuff. That affected him for his life after the war experience. But again, those were guys that didn't really talk about it much. And he was reluctant to talk about it.
Especially, well, around here you got the naturally stoic Midwesterners, too, and you can't get anything out of them.
No.
You try and do a high school report or something, and you ask somebody, and I don't know. I asked my mom's boss. He said, well, I remember at D-Day, on the night before, he said, I made a lot of money playing poker. That's what he remembered.
Well,
that's all he was going to tell me.
There was an upside to it then. That's good for him. Interesting stuff.
Bill's completely given up.
I'm not a conversation. I was talking to some other people about some other things and helping people here.
You were going to say you were just engrossed in enjoying the dialogue.
Oh, I was enjoying it.
Okay.
Trying to catch up.
Like all 6 listeners.
Come on.
Hi, Nita. I didn't mention my our shut-in regular listener, Nita. Linda's cousin. So Nita is listening right now. I can guarantee that one, Bill.
Very good.
So when the numbers come out, I'm guaranteeing one.
We'll get at least
in
one.
Bourbonnais.
All right. Well, the market is really bustling now.
I think people are enjoying this kind of. It's a little bit cooler than normal, and I think people like this kind of change of pace.
There's still a lot of sweet corn. That truck we're looking at, we have a good gauge on sweet corn this week.
Although that pile is going down, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. What year is that truck, Paul?
It's 60s, I'd say 63, 64, around in there. Chevy pickup full of sweet corn.
No, they don't sell them that way. You have to put the corn in yourself.
Well, you can order it with corn.
With corn.
It's aftermarket. Well, it's at the market, actually.
Yeah, it's actually before market corn.
Yeah, it was here before the market.
A lot of dogs out here today.
There is a lot of dogs out here, and they're enjoying.
And there's some good-looking gals, too, Carl.
Oh, no.
Come on.
We'll be right back here on Talk AM 1320. WKAN.